You write so beautifully in this book, opening talking about the George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd. And you talk in this book about, what the subtitles, What I Say to My Friends About Racism. What do you say to your friends about this trial?
I say that it has been deeply emotional. It is traumatic. And I think we all are reliving it over and over and over every time we see that video. And as you know, when we're putting together our shows, there is this thing that we do in our head about how much of that video to show, how much of it is exploitative and how much of it is necessary to educate and inform the audience. But it is that video. The video is the reason that we're here as a nation. And I think the video is the reason that we are at this inflection point in society now, because we were all sitting last summer in our homes in quarantine with nothing to do but watch George Floyd's death over and over and over. So I think it's trauma that we keep re-experiencing. And can you imagine being the family in that courtroom?
No, not at all. And, this book is brilliant. I'm going to let you all know that not only is Don Lemon brilliant on television, a great journalist, you're also a brilliant writer. It's beautifully written. And, you talk very frankly about white supremacy. And you get in a lot of trouble for it. I get in a lot of trouble for it, talking about white supremacy openly. And I think it's the way to do it, to be blunt about it. But you write about the system of white supremacy. And you say that you're not talking about cartoon white supremacy, hooded villains marching with ropes and torches, but the entrenched socioeconomic system that statistically favors white consumers, white businesses, white stories, white iconography. How do you talk across the racial divide about race in a way that gets folks who are not Black, who are not people of color, to understand that?
Well, I think, honestly, I think I do a good job of it in the book, but I do believe, I think it's right. You're right, Joy, is that you just have to do it. We cannot be more concerned about grievance, right? The people are become aggrieved by the possibility that they may have a racial blind spot, to put it mildly, or they may have some unconscious bias, to put it in the middle, or they just may, in fact, be bigoted or racist, which is the most extreme. The more important thing is the actual act of racism itself. And so I think once you get people to understand that, that they should take more stock in the actual act of something than the possibility that someone may think that they are something. And that's hard to get across. But I think if you're honest with people and if you have relationships with them, if you experience their humanity, then you're able to have those conversations. I know people always say it's very difficult. And quite honestly, especially white people, they say it's very difficult to have these conversations. Are difficult. I don't want someone to think that I'm a racist. Well, initially, they may be difficult, but after a while, especially if you have a friend and if you're white who looks like me or you, who looks different than you, and you have, they can rely on you to be honest and you have trust and support, then the conversations become easier and easier and easier, and then they flow like water, and you don't have to worry about someone deeming you to be racist or something, that you would rather not be called. It just becomes about the experience and making it better. We're not going to fix it, never. We're not going to fix sexism, any of it, but we can make it better.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.